Hello everyone, welcome to the Persuasion Art channel. I'm Don, and today we're going to talk about 5 childhood illusions that can hinder the personal development of men and how we can overcome them to mature. The first illusion is believing that we are invincible and that nothing can touch us. This illusion prevents us from facing our fears and limitations, hindering our growth. When we believe we are invincible, we tend to underestimate the challenges and problems we encounter in life. This stops us from confronting our fears and limitations head-on because we believe we have nothing to fear. However, life is full of unexpected challenges that can catch us off guard, and ignoring them can have serious consequences. Furthermore, this illusion can lead us to believe that we don't need anyone's help, that we can handle everything on our own. This belief can prevent us from seeking help when we need it, which can be very detrimental, especially when we are facing difficult situations. On the other hand, when we face our fears and limitations, we become more resilient and capable of dealing with life's challenges. This helps us grow and develop our skills and competencies. Therefore, it is important to recognize our weaknesses and limitations instead of denying them, and work on them to reach our full potential. In summary, believing that we are invincible and that nothing can touch us is an illusion that can hinder our growth and personal development. Facing our fears and limitations is an important step to overcome them and become more resilient and capable of dealing with life's challenges. The second illusion is thinking that we can do everything on our own without anyone's help. This prevents us from seeking help when needed and recognizing our weaknesses. The second illusion mentioned in the video is believing that we can do everything on our own without anyone's help. This illusion is common among many men who believe that being independent is a sign of strength and masculinity. However, this belief can be harmful as it prevents us from seeking help when needed and recognizing our own weaknesses. Nobody is perfect, and we all have limitations and weaknesses. When we believe we can do everything on our own without anyone's help, we put ourselves in a vulnerable position. It is important to recognize that we all need help at some point, whether it's to overcome a difficulty, learn something new, or simply to feel supported during tough times. Moreover, this illusion can hinder us from seeking new opportunities and exposing ourselves to different perspectives and ideas. When we isolate ourselves and shut out help from others, we limit our own potential and become less flexible and adaptable. Recognizing our weaknesses and asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of courage and humility. When we ask for help, we show that we are willing to learn and grow, which is essential for personal development. In summary, believing that we can do everything on our own is an illusion that can prevent us from seeking help when needed and recognizing our own weaknesses. It is important to be humble enough to acknowledge that we all need help at some point and seek support when necessary to reach our full potential. The third illusion is believing that the world is fair and that all we need to do is work hard to succeed. This prevents us from recognizing the luck and opportunities we've had, as well as the barriers that other people face. The third illusion discussed in the video is believing that the world is fair and that all we need to do is work hard to succeed. This illusion can be very dangerous as it prevents us from recognizing the luck and opportunities we've had, as well as the barriers that other people face. While it is important to work hard and be perseverant in pursuing our goals, that alone is not always enough to guarantee success. The world is not a fair place, and often factors like luck, privilege, and opportunities play a significant role in a person's success. By believing that all we need to do is work hard to succeed, we can fall into the trap of blaming people who haven't achieved their goals, thinking that they simply didn't work hard enough. This mindset can prevent us from recognizing the barriers that other people face, such as discrimination, prejudice, or socio-economic disadvantages. Recognizing the luck and opportunities we've had is an important step towards developing empathy and compassion for others. It can also help us become more aware and accountable regarding our own privileges and actions. In summary, believing that the world is fair and that all we need to do is work hard to succeed is an illusion that can prevent us from recognizing the luck and opportunities we've had, as well as the barriers that other people face. It is important to acknowledge the complexity of life and develop empathy and compassion for others in order to achieve healthy and balanced personal growth. The fourth illusion is thinking that happiness comes from external things like money, status, or power. This prevents us from cultivating meaningful relationships and pursuing what truly makes us happy. The fourth illusion addressed in the video is believing that happiness comes from external things like money, status, or power. This illusion can lead us to chase after things that don't bring us true and lasting happiness, and it prevents us from cultivating meaningful relationships and pursuing what truly makes us happy. While wealth, status, and power may bring a temporary sense of happiness, these things are often superficial and fleeting. In contrast, deep and meaningful human relationships, a sense of purpose, and emotional well-being are the most important factors contributing to a happy and fulfilling life. When we place too much emphasis on external things to make us happy, we lose sight of the things that truly matter, such as our relationships, emotional health, and sense of purpose. We can end up feeling empty and dissatisfied, even if we have achieved material success. It is important to remember that happiness is not something that can be achieved through external achievement alone. It is a state of mind that can be cultivated through our choices and actions. This includes building meaningful relationships, finding meaning in our work, taking care of our emotional well-being, and finding ways to contribute to the community. In summary, believing that happiness comes from external things like money, status, or power is an illusion that can prevent us from cultivating meaningful relationships and pursuing what truly makes us happy. It is important to remember that happiness is a state of mind that can be cultivated through our choices and actions, such as building meaningful relationships, taking care of our emotional well-being, and seeking a meaningful purpose in our lives. The fifth illusion is believing that life is linear and predictable, that we have control over everything that happens. This prevents us from dealing with changes and unpredictability and adapting to circumstances. The fifth illusion discussed in the video is the belief that life is linear and predictable, and that we have control over everything that happens. This illusion can lead us to believe that we can plan and control every aspect of our lives, and it prevents us from dealing with changes and unpredictability. Life is full of uncertainties, and often things don't go as planned. Unexpected changes can arise at any moment, and it's important to be prepared to deal with them. When we believe that we have total control over our lives, we become vulnerable to shocks and frustrations when things don't go as expected. Believing that life is linear and predictable can prevent us from adapting to changes and unpredictability. This can hinder our personal and professional growth and limit our ability to face challenges. It's important to accept that life is full of ups and downs, and that we don't always have control over the things that happen to us. The ability to adapt to circumstances is an important skill that we need to develop. This involves being open to new ideas and approaches, being flexible and resilient in the face of changes and unpredictability, and learning from the challenges we face. In summary, believing that life is linear and predictable is an illusion that can prevent us from dealing with changes and unpredictability, and from adapting to circumstances. It's important to accept that life is full of uncertainties, and that we don't always have control over the things that happen to us. We should develop the ability to adapt to changes and unpredictability by being flexible, resilient, and open to new ideas and approaches. So folks, don't escape from reality. Face your fears, seek help, recognize luck and opportunities, cultivate meaningful relationships, and be prepared for changes. Remember, personal development is a continuous process, and we all have a lot to learn and grow from.